MENGLONG'S body soaked in formalin, soon to be turned into a specimen? Today, yet another shocking revelation has surfaced. An insider, risking his life to speak out, claims that MENGLONG'S body is being kept frozen inside the underground cold storage chamber of the Qihao Art Museum, possibly soaked in formalin, and that it may soon be turned into a specimen. The information comes from independent commentator Lim Liang, who cited a whistleblower describing himself as a conscience insider. The whistleblower said, "Stop guessing. He's right here with us." Around 3 a.m. on September 11th, Yan Shiji, director of the Red Brick Art Museum, personally led a team to move him through an underground tunnel. His body was covered only with a black cloth. "I saw purple rope marks around his ankles." He went on to say, "They didn't take him to the upstairs exhibition hall. They sent him straight to basement level 4, B4. That level isn't open to the public. It's the archival cold storage area of the museum. He's inside cold room number 14. That chamber is completely isolated and can only be opened with 3 separate keys and director Yan Shiji's iris scan. Everyone received strict orders. No one is to approach B4. Anyone who does will face severe consequences." The insider added that after MENGLONG'S torture and death, the Bulgari Hotel abruptly shut down for cleaning, while the Qihao Art Museum closed for 2 days, allegedly to destroy evidence. During that time, Yan Shiji and several people in white protective suits reportedly remained underground for 2 full days and nights. When they came out, the air reeked of formalin and disinfectant. They spoke with strange accents, not like medical or cleaning staff, more like biotech researchers. They were probably conducting body plastination or cryogenic preservation. He pleaded, "People must act fast, or MENGLONG will really be turned into a specimen." Then, on October 16th, the YouTube host Cold Eye on Finance released new evidence from a mainland Chinese netizen, as we reported in the previous episode, which matched the claims made by the conscience insider. According to commentator Dayu, rumors about the Qihao Art Museum's secret underground chamber prompted several netizens to investigate on their own. Some reportedly entered the underground space at night through an unknown entrance. They described the atmosphere as eerie and chilling, and frightened, did not dare to go further down the staircase. The person soon hurriedly left the basement, leaving viewers on edge and fearful for his safety. Soon after, netizens discovered something chilling. The Qihao Art Museum had vanished from Google Maps, though it still appeared on Baidu Maps. On Google, only the Bulgari Hotel could be seen. The museum next door was gone. Many wondered, had Google been pressured or paid by the CCP to erase this sensitive site? As public focus intensified on Qihao and Red Brick Art Museums, the Bulgari Hotel suddenly announced a Ferrari limited series exhibition scheduled for October 17 to 18. The timing raised new questions. Is the car show a facade to secretly move MENGLONG'S body? Public filings reveal that both Qihao Art Museum and the Bulgari Hotel were funded by Qihao Xingye, Beijing Co., Ltd., a subsidiary of Hualong Tourism Industrial Company, itself wholly owned by BTG, refers to Beijing Tourism Group Corporation. BTG's registered capital is 4.4 billion RMB, and it is 100% owned by the Beijing municipal government. In other words, Qihao Xingye is a CCP state-owned enterprise, meaning both the museum and hotel belong to the Beijing government. As previously reported, we uncovered that the depraved figures controlling China's entertainment industry secretly imprison both male and female entertainers in underground chambers, forcing them to serve the lust and desires of the CCP's ruling elite. Those who submit are rewarded with fame and fortune, while those who resist are locked away, tortured, murdered, and even turned into specimens, forced to continue satisfying their captors' sick obsessions. Horror. Remains entering China's supply chain? Recently, the horror has deepened. According to NTD TV, a netizen from Baishan Jilin discovered 3 teeth inside a sausage. In Dongguan, Guangdong Province, a family found 2 teeth in the shumai they had purchased. Meanwhile, in Shanghai, a consumer discovered a dental implant with a screw inside a date and walnut cake. The shocking footage quickly sent waves of fear across mainland China, as netizens began to wonder whether the CCP's vast organ harvesting network might also be feeding remains into other industrial supply chains. Meanwhile, the escalating Menglong case has further unveiled the regime's horrifying crimes, from organ harvesting to the mass production of plastinated human specimens. Independent media are now racing to uncover possible ties between these atrocities and the disturbing discoveries of teeth in everyday food products. Even more horrifying, commentator Li Muyang revealed that Dalian Hongfeng Biotechnology Co., Ltd., a company infamous for producing large quantities of specimens, has now entered the food industry. Records show it invested in Kunshan Zhouzhuang Hongfeng Life Mystery Museum Co., Ltd., located in Kunshan, Jiangsu Province, which has been manufacturing pre-cooked meals since July 2022. A company that once specialized in human plastination has now gone on to produce ready-made food. Can you even imagine what China's pre-cooked meals might really contain today? It's horrifying beyond imagination. Commentator Dayu couldn't help but sigh. In China, politics has turned against people, art has turned against people, and now, even the food industry has become an enemy of humankind. Viewers and netizens flooded the comment sections with outrage and disbelief. These revelations are bone-chilling, truly terrifying. Knowing that Bulgari Hotel and Qihao Art Museum are CCP-run left me speechless. No wonder the Menglong case was buried. These monsters can do anything. Evil will never triumph over good. Heaven records every sin. Thank you to the brave whistleblowers. Organ harvesting, baby factories, corpse plastination plants, KK slave parks, every single one violates the limits of humanity. These demons will stop at nothing. Only when the Chinese Communist Party collapses will China see hope. Furthermore, as previously reported, the full footage of Menglong's murder was once sold on the dark web for about 100,000 USD. However, according to a netizen cited by Dayu, the price has now risen to over 1 million yuan, roughly 140,310 USD. Users in the United States and Malaysia are said to have seen the video. Each copy, however, contains an extremely tiny hidden watermark, allowing dark web operators to immediately identify the source of any leak, making possession or sharing of the footage highly dangerous. For this reason, the videos rarely circulate publicly, but some individuals have allegedly recorded short audio clips from them. These recordings include snippets of Menglong's suffering, one featuring a man, suspected to be Xin Qi, saying, "What's the big deal? A grown man bleeding a little? That's nothing." Additionally, it was revealed that the person who took Menglong to the hospital recorded nearly the entire process. Those claiming to have seen the footage described the torture Yu endured. His spine was injured twice, severe wounds covered his body, his abdomen was operated on, all his fingernails were removed, and his dog, Fuli, was also killed. As for the petition seeking justice for Menglong, the movement continues to grow. As of the release of this video, the number of signatures has surpassed 533,000. For those who haven't yet signed, we sincerely hope you will add your voice to the call for justice. FANG Li explodes in a fit of rage. According to commentator Li Muyang, on October 19th, FANG Li, one of the 17 suspects in the Menglong case, suddenly erupted online, unleashing a furious tirade. He claimed he had endured over a month of absurd and vulgar rumors and slander, but after netizens attacked the trailer for his upcoming film, he completely lost control and lashed out. He hurled insults at those exposing him, calling them scumbags hiding in the shadows with ulterior motives, and shouted, "If you really have evidence, then file a real-name report." He even added, "Those who harm others are also destroying their own lives and will face the punishment they deserve," and so on. Who on earth was he talking about? Was that aimed at someone else, or at himself? Good and evil always come full circle. It is the immutable law of the universe. After Menglong's death, netizens revealed that FANG Li had actually been present at the scene. That same night, he boarded a flight to Chongqing, apparently to fabricate evidence proving he wasn't there. For weeks, netizens had been exposing him, Yet Fang Li remained completely silent, utterly mute for over a month. Now suddenly, he's cursing like a street shrew. Is he trying to divert public attention? Or, after investigators struck a major artery, has Fang Li, like Cheng Qingsong before him, been thrown out as a scapegoat to take the hit? Let's keep watching and see what happens next to these evildoers. But that's only the beginning. As the entertainment scandal deepens, a far bigger crisis has erupted. This time in China's real estate empire. Vanke's collapse, Xi's family white glove falls. Two massive time bombs have just detonated in China's real estate world, shaking the market with a force almost rivaling the Evergrande explosion. This is Evergrande 2.0, but this time it's led by the so-called state-owned elite, Vanke Corporation. Two of its top executives have fallen in rapid succession. Chairman Xin Jie and former CEO Zhu Sheng have both been taken away, leaving the company on the brink of collapse. News first broke on October 11th when media reported that Xin Jie had vanished. His disappearance sent shockwaves across China because he simultaneously headed both Shenzhen Metro Group and Vanke. And for good reason. Sources say Xin Jie was escorted out directly from a meeting on September 18th and then disappeared for weeks, only for his case to be officially confirmed in mid-October. Just 2 days later, on October 13th, Vanke issued an announcement on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, claiming Xin Jie had voluntarily resigned for personal reasons, stepping down from all positions. Back in 2017, he had overseen Shenzhen Metro's acquisition of Vanke shares, making the company's largest shareholder and ushering in Vanke's state-owned era. From the day Xin Jie took full control in January 2024 to his so-called resignation, he lasted only 259 days, a lightning rise and an even faster fall. The moment Xin Jie went down, Zhu Zhusheng, Vanke's former president and CEO, immediately followed, formally detained on criminal charges. Two giants toppled in one blow. Could it be linked to Vanke's staggering financial losses? The numbers speak for themselves. Under their leadership, Vanke's total debt in the first half of this year hit 873 billion yuan. Last year, Shenzhen Metro lost 33.4 billion, wiping out 5 years of profits. This year's even worse. Another 3.3 billion yuan gone in just 6 months, pushing total liabilities to nearly 480 billion yuan. Combined, Shenzhen Metro and Vanke now owe over 1.2 trillion yuan. Who will shoulder this mountain of debt? The 1.4 billion ordinary Chinese citizens. Although every so-called tycoon in China's party-state conglomerates is nothing more than a high-grade chive waiting to be harvested by the CCP, the fact that Vanke's downfall happened right now feels anything but accidental. With the fourth plenary session of the CCP Central Committee about to begin and internal factions tearing each other apart, sacrificing Vanke at this moment seems too perfectly timed. The target? Crystal clear. Commentators suggest it's meant to blindfold Xi Jinping. But why? On March 12, 2016, Vanke and Shenzhen Metro signed a strategic cooperation memorandum, officially forming an alliance. Shenzhen Metro injected its most valuable assets into Vanke. But every windfall has a reason. In January 2015, after Xi Jinping fully consolidated power, Shenzhen Metro and Shenzhen Yuanwei Industrial Co. jointly established Shenzhen Metro Yuanwei Real Estate Co., tasked with developing lucrative properties built atop metro lines. And here's the catch. Shenzhen Yuanwei Industrial is owned by Xi Jinping's brother-in-law, Deng Jiagui. As early as 1997, Xi's younger sister, Qihao and her husband, Deng Jiagui, had invested in and built up Shenzhen Yuanwei Industrial Co. Its current director, Zhang Yanan, is Qihao's daughter from a previous marriage, a family enterprise through and through. In reality, Vanke's partnership with Shenzhen Metro was a partnership with Xi's own family, bringing them directly into the circle of red capital elites. But as Xi's grip weakens, that empire is starting to crumble. The dual-chain chairman who connected Shenzhen Metro and Vanke, Xin Jie, was reportedly the Xi family's white glove. Now that the white glove has been taken down, can Xi himself be far behind? Let's wait and see. Xi's dragon vein destroyed. 9 generals down. It's clear that Xi Jinping is in a deeply uncomfortable position. Moreover, his so-called dragon vein, believed to symbolize the ancestral fortune of the Xi family, is said to have been severed. According to a report by Vision Times on February 22, 2022, the CCP proudly announced the successful completion of a massive tunnel project cutting through the Qinling Mountains, part of the Han River Diversion Project, which channels water from the Han River into the Wei River. The project required drilling deep beneath the Qinling Range to connect underground waterways. However, the Qinling Mountains have long been regarded as the Xi family's ancestral dragon vein, the mystical source of its political and spiritual fortune. As a result, many believe that boring through Qinling dealt a devastating blow to Xi Jinping's destiny. Hydrologist Wang Weinuo, now based in Germany, pointed out that tunneling under Qinling disrupted the flow of Xi's dragon energy. Thus, even though Xi secured a third term in 2022, his luck quickly began to wane. His power reached its peak only to decline sharply thereafter. In terms of health, reports of Xi suffering strokes have circulated continuously since last year. As previously revealed, former CCP insider Du Wen stated that Xi Jinping suffered another stroke and required emergency medical treatment. Although his condition was reportedly stabilized, when Xi reappeared in public on October 14, his mental and physical state looked visibly poor. Then, on the afternoon of October 17, Beijing time, the CCP military channel of CCTV, directly operated by the Chinese military, unexpectedly aired an exclusive statement from Defense Ministry spokesperson Zhang Xiaogong. He announced that, with the approval of the CCP Central Committee and the Central Military Commission (CMC), the CMC Disciplinary Inspection and Supervision Commission had launched investigations into 9 senior generals. He Weidong, vice chairman of the CMC, Miao Hua, former director of the CMC Political Work Department, He Hongjin, executive deputy director of the CMC Discipline Inspection Commission, Wang Xiubin, former executive deputy director of the Joint Operations Command Center, Lin Xianyang, commander of the Eastern Theater Command, Qin Shutong, former political commissar of the Army, Yuan Huazhi, former political commissar of the Navy, Wang Hubin, former commander of the Rocket Force, and Wang Chuning, former commander of the People's Armed Police. A total of 9 generals were placed under formal investigation. The CCP Central Committee decided to expel all 9 from the party and transfer their criminal cases to the military procuratorate for prosecution in accordance with the law. Zhang Xiaogong added that, apart from Rocket Force Commander Wang Hubin, the other 8 are full Central Committee members, and their expulsions will be formally ratified at the upcoming 4th plenary session. All 9 have also been stripped of their military ranks. For over a year, rumors of these generals' downfall had circulated online, dismissed by many as mere speculation, but now the Chinese military has officially confirmed that all 9 have been purged. Most belong to Xi Jinping's once trusted 31st Army, meaning the core power base Xi depended on to control the military has completely collapsed. Taiwanese outlet New Talk published a commentary by Heng Yaonan, describing this as an unprecedented event in CCP military history. 9 generals of vice ministerial rank or higher ousted in a single day, calling it a political nuclear explosion. From the CMC vice chairman to the leaders of the Rocket Force, Navy, Armed Police, Eastern Theater Command, Joint Operations Center, and the Political Work Department, virtually the entire core of China's military hierarchy collapsed overnight, a total wipeout of the top command. But it hasn't stopped there. The purge deepens as the CCP nears collapse. According to the People's Paper, on October 18th, as the PLA Daily editorial was released, independent commentator Kai Shenkun revealed shocking insider news. After 9 generals were officially purged, 4 more full generals have now fallen. Xu Shuiqian, Minister of the Equipment Development Department, Xu Qiling, Deputy Chief of Staff of the Joint Staff Department, Xu Shisheng, Political Commissar of the Rocket Force, and Xiao Tianliang, President of the National Defense University. Another 9 lieutenant generals and 15 major generals were dismissed, including Zhang Xiaojun, Xi Jinping's longtime confidant and current political commissar of the National Defense University. Kai noted that over 100 more generals are under investigation, saying the so-called Xi family army, formed after the 20th Party Congress, has been almost completely destroyed. This sweeping purge has become a ruthless storm across the military, marking a critical climax in China's power struggle. With the fourth plenary session approaching, the CCP's internal conflict has turned into a life-and-death zero-sum fight. The party now faces an economic downturn, social unrest, and growing instability. A regime pushed to the brink. Like a ship about to capsize, the CCP is barely staying afloat. Its collapse may be closer than ever. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to drop this icon in the comments to help us beat the YouTube algorithm. If you found this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.